And then there was silence. Hello, everyone, again. First of all, I wanted to thank you all for being here over the course of these 3 days, these wonderful days. I hope you had as much fun as I did, because I was just listening to you and judging you. Well, again, thanks again for being here, guys. Cancel Cancer is, I would say, one of the best events I've been to in terms of, hospitals, because there were actual patients coming in here, talking to you, just like the previous years. I mean, it's wonderful. And I wanted to congratulate all of you for caring, being here. And I understood that almost all of us had some sort of relation with someone who had cancer. And I guess that gives us a personal touch. So I hope my grandma is proud looking at us. So thank you very much again, and let's begin. So I'm going to introduce the judges in a second. And I'm going to first tell you the rules. So as you know, there is only 3 minutes and only 3 minutes, meaning at 3 minutes sharp we will stop you. And so please be, according to the time. You can see the time right here as he's demonstrating. And there will be 3 minutes of questions with the judges. So that's all you need to know, I guess. Good luck, everyone. And I will go ahead and introduce Armen Manukyan, the Managing Director of MSD. He's right here. Sandra Goldbrach, I hope I'm saying the last name correctly, from the General Partner at Baltic Sandbox Ventures. And Sigita Zuluniene, CEO at Lithuanian Business Angel Network, Litban. All right, amazing. And now we're going to start with the first theme. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to say the first team's name and also the team after. So the team after, get ready. You already should know the list, but just, to give you a little bit of adrenaline rush. So the first team, please come on the stage. Skip Google, talk to me. And the second team, get ready, show up.
Make everyone live.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Somebody has heard the diagnosis of cancer of you, your families, your friends. Put your hands up and never let you down 3 minutes when we have pitches. And I had meet my team member 2 days ago. His history.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm a brain cancer survivor. And in cancer is a lot of information on Google, but at night you will not find any reliable information.
So we want to help full iron of Žalgiris. It's a number of a year with cancer diagnosis. Why we are doubling this is because not only the patients, it's a family as well, have bad problem and diagnosis. So we suppose
Hello, how can I help you?
And
I'm sick with cancer.
To use the IE assistant.
I'm truly sorry to hear that you're going through this difficult time.
This assistant we created during hackathon.
What organizations
It's
are
a
in
pilot
in
version
Lithuania?
of IE assistant and can be used integrated in all systems.
The main ones include Pagalba,
Thinking
Oncology,
which we can find with AI assistant with governmental funds which are available, as well as other funds to use. And it will help for, we'll suppose, after 10 years, 300,000 persons of users is full Kaunas. And as well, we are asking to act, to launch the project, pilot project in the hospital, and by supervision of Minister of Health, and to see the response of patients. Thanks.
I'm Kestutis. Yay.
I'm Donatas. Thanks.
Can you? Is it switched on? Good. Thank you, guys. So very interesting project and idea. The question is for me, hearing and also listening also yesterday you. The question, can it be done without that tool AI, because there is a ChatGPT, any other available tools that I can ask the questions and then get similar information, right? So my challenge to the question, is it something like you're replacing, or you're going to have some additional value by introducing this?
It will be data approved by doctors as well, with practitioners. And why we are asking to skip Google and to use the assistant. The data will be validated and verified by the responsible persons, as well patients' organizations too.
So as I understand, you connect all the reliable existing data, and then basically there is a little bias here, which is approved by Ministry of Health, and then, okay, clear.
Yeah. And we guide through financial, legal, and social aspects as well.
Who is going to pay for this? Who's your customer?
So our customer is hospitals and NGOs and government, ideally. And we want to start from one hospital pilot to validate the need and validate solution. We have a commitment, so yeah.
And in the same thing, when using this project pilot, maybe using the unpersonal data to sell that to, for example, pharma companies and others.
Will this journey be personalized according to the, I don't know, species of cancer itself?
Yes.
Because it might, the journey later on, it might differ a bit.
So both will remember the previous conversation with you, and will remember what you said and tailor the journey with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Keep Google Talk to Me. Thank you very much. Show up. You're next. You better show up. And game on better health, please get ready, as you will be next. Thank you. Ready when you are.
Can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Gabriela lost her father to cancer. She was only 4. And actually, just before coming here on Friday, I took my mother to her first oncologist visit. And I think that cancer doesn't let you choose a time to cheat cancer. You have to cheat time. Lithuania already has infrastructure for governmental funded programs. They're perfectly fine and they are proven to work. However, the attendance to those programs doesn't reach the efficiency of European Union recommendations. For example, the cervical cancer one barely reaches half of its potential. Up to today, there's no effective way to effectively improve the attendance, and I guess that's why we're all here. Imagine Anne, mother of 2, taking care of everyone but herself. Cancer doesn't even cross her mind, or worse, she is afraid to hear bad results. By finding more people like Anne, and knowing exactly where to find them, we can bring awareness to specific groups with communication that touches them. Churches, daycare centers, or even their workplace. State Data Agency has enough data for us to carry on extensive research on and extensive observational research and finding clusters of ants who can be reached to some particular network. The solution, community-based information spread. It would involve patients, their relatives, people with success stories to spread the awareness about the importance of early cancer detection. Our approach is not a business model. It's a research project. It is about finding strategic evidence-based solutions with government not only being the funder, the partner, but also the beneficiary. And last but not least, about our team, we have enough experience to start up writing preparing the project proposal right now. And if we touch you in any way, feel free to reach out to us. And
thank you very much. That's your time. Sorry to cut you, but
it's okay. I didn't want to say anything
amazing.
more. Just let's cancel cancer together.
Thank you very much. Let's show up, everybody.
So, what's the main challenge you might face with your idea?
The main challenges could be, well, there could be a few challenges. First, we might see data that's not too specific. So too many clusters of patients, we can't reach everyone. This project specifically wants to target people who don't go to prevention programs. So it's important to find them and spread information in a way they would understand. About other, I think maybe we might need some resources like human resources. We will need psychologists, doctors, people who can spread the message, also patients. We might need to find patients and it might be harder.
Have you thought about commercialization of this project? Because technically there might be the parties that would be interested in prevention, because prevention is much cheaper than cancer treatment. I'm talking about the government like Sodra, I'm talking about insurance companies and so on.
Could you repeat, have we thought about
monetization, how to earn money from this, at least for to sustain your team?
So we think that this is a problem that is not like business. We can't make business out of people suffering or prevention, but the main idea is to write a governmental funded project, and we've been in loads of them. We know how they go, and we know that you can get funding for them, and it's, I mean, I just said that we are equipped to write one right now.
Just last question, because we have little time.
Sorry.
What is the uniqueness of this, your proposal versus existing ones? Can you, in 1, 2?
Yeah. If we go and talk to people in libraries, people don't show up if they don't care. We have to find people exactly at, for example, their workplace, and make them be there because they have to, not because, hey, there's a program about cancer prevention, come show up. No one will show up. You have to find specific places where to find these people and make them feel.
Okay, thank you very much, Monica.
Thank you.
All right, that was Show Up, everybody. So, Game on Better Health, please come on the stage. The stage is yours. And Neogen AI, please get ready as you guys are next.
Yep. Cancer cannot define you and strengthen us. That's the word, I believe that. And once the cancer patient hears that has been affected with the cancer, he thinks about like his lifespan has been shortened. So it thus goes to like anxiety, stress, depressions, and isolated himself because due to of hair fall and body changes overseas. And Dr. from Hendricks from Heather Research Center from Germany, he mentions like exercise not only improves the fitness and also improves his mental and well-being of his body. Yep. And this is the cancer patient studies where like 25 to 84% people has been like seen decreases of after cancer diagnosis, and also like cancer has been shown to be safe and feasible in oncological settings. And we have developed a technology where people are always being on the phone, sitting and idle on one place. So we build up a game which can be really play in this real world in this what they place in their games phones. Yep. And the gamifications for healthcare analysis is like in 2022 they have been spent like $10 billion, and in the 2020 it has been forecast around 27.5. It's all over like 10.75. And in downside there is like healthcare gamification like 51% like for the exercise games and usual games and series for like cards and all. And for in Europe it's like $6.95 billion it has been forecasted. Yeah, this is our prototype of the technologies where you can see we have developed a hardware with only like game sensor, projectors, that's it. Not like upfront cost for any hardware sensor and all. And for older peoples, we have like physical rehabilitation and customized games for every person's how they want. And this is a project mockup where you can see like body tracking immersive games and the immersive therapy site for the older peoples for relaxation. And now we have stepped into the healthcare centers where we have developed and body tracking games. You can see like right hand side, like you have seen like people's more games like hitting overall. So we have like curtain of the tracking how they can and they can see the reports. And we have launched successfully in India for the events like LG, Tata, and KFC Daimler for the events and the marketing partners. And we focus on the customers, collaborative physical rehabilitation centers, and shows our stories, successful stories. And compared to the competitors, these are one-on-one competitors. They require of hardware upfront cost, and we don't need of hardware cost. We only give us a software cost. And also they are like precise to them.
Thank you very much. That's all the time for us.
Yeah.
So that was Game on Better Health. Thank you.
What is the uniqueness of the technology? I mean, there are many competitors on the market who are doing the camera, like. And
yeah, they need more sensors. They required of more upfront cost for the sensors and precise positioning of them. We don't need of like those ones. It's just 10 camera which are available in local markets of 20 to 30 euros.
Would you please explain your go-to-market strategy for example, European Union?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Go-to-market strategy, please.
Yeah, we can recommend to the rehabilitation centers, like, and also like physical treatments where like physiotherapists, we can capture the customers over there.
Maybe to explain of a validation of this program or app with the specific oncology setting. Have you already tried to validate with the oncologists, with the rehabilitologists, specific oncology patients?
No, we have developed this software like 2 months before only with the body tracking motion sensors. But we have developed this program like 1 year ago, and we are testing and not testing. We are successfully running in event games like children's and playing overall and all. Yeah. And for the oncologist, we have not tested with the patients. But like in future, we will be doing with this help of you guys.
You said that you already have some customers in India. Can you tell us more about the traction, number of patients you are working with, like if you are in incomplete.
Yeah, maybe like I can show you the video.
I don't think you have time for the video, just how many patients you have?
No, it's not like patients. We have captured only the peoples who came for the events, like KFC, like catching chickens in the bucket, or like in the Tata Stills, like fitness games, like moving bikes and the cars.
So you haven't tried it on the patients of any kind of illnesses yet?
No, not in patients, like physical activities, like fitness influencers we have tried, and not like patients.
I think this is important piece because that was a question of validation with oncology because it's very specific and that should be validated with and also research done behind.
Yeah, it's like we have developed, we are not up to the market because like medical is like precise one. We cannot step into a market not knowing what it wants. So, yeah, but we have like plan.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Game on Better Health, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, so next up, Neogen AI. Please come on the stage, and ECP, please be ready. You will be right after them. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So each year, around 500 Lithuanian women lose their life to breast cancer. If some of you think that is not such a loss, not only I should remind you that even one human life is invaluable, but also the government will not agree with you as well. Because for all of these people, Lithuanian government loses more than $4.5 million USA. The problem which we approach is that these people, they are afraid to go through the process of testing, screening, and even treatment if the problem is being identified. Because the issue which we find in that is that people are afraid of the system. And if people are afraid of the system, we should change the system. Our solution is that we introduce a AI-driven software which will allow us to predict the possibility of getting the breast cancer by the woman according to the genetical data of her family. So the idea of how it works is that when this product it is in IFPA data, in IFPA service, it is being integrated into its structure because we need governmental data as an input data for our software to work. So our product cannot function without intervention of the government, and they are being the main beneficiary of our product. And according to the data which is provided by government, our solution can generate a genealogical tree, and according to medical data of each of the nodes and leaves of this tree, we can predict for a person from the very, very beginning of their life, the moment when they are being registered into IFPA system, the possibility of getting the disease. And with a set regularity, which should be set by laws, for example, 1 or 2 years, the person should be notified to test themselves according to the prediction method provided by our software. So if we want to say about the importance of this, our product is not a nice-to-have feature, but a must-have. Because if we want to save people's lives, we need to show them that we are transparent and we are going to show them what is the problem. And if needed, we can even exclude a human being from this process. We can expand on that in the question section. So if you're interested in our idea, you can contact any of our team members, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you. That was Neogen AI, everyone. Judges?
First of all, super cool that you are trying to do functional genomics. Secondly, I have an answer to your question. This spring, together with the Ministry of Health, together with other partners, including ourselves, launched an open medical data sandbox, which means you will have the access to the data. You can apply as a startup and you can run the pilot project. My question is, all this Vicata data is coming in very much different formats. The government won't help you here. How are you planning to tackle this problem that there is not a single format for the data?
The general approach is that the data characterizes some person, and so we need to understand which person is being characterized by which medical records, and according to that and their family relations, we need a genealogical tree. So it doesn't really depend on the format of the data, but we need to receive the information about each singular person. And the problem we are facing is that this data is being protected by NDA, but we have a possibility to exclude a human being from that, from the process of transferring the data and accessing that. So for example, we can implement a blockchain approach which automates the process of data transferring, and hence we can follow the NDA statements. So the problem is not how to format the data, but how to get it, and not and how to follow people's rights for their data being kept private, but still by having a possibility to motivate them to save their lives.
How many generations or branches of people around the person you need to make accurate enough decision or hypothesis that she might have this tendency to have a breast cancer?
For our software, we define that it would be enough to have at least 2 generations before the persons themselves, but it is very important to have, so we are talking about mother line and grandmother's line. We need each single blood relative in that line. So if mother or grandmothers have brothers or sisters, we also need their data, because even though direct parents, they are maybe not corrupted with the disease, maybe some other relatives can be, and it is a case when family splits and people don't communicate, but then the issue arises, and our system doesn't take that into account, but just look at the raw data, and even if the family members don't communicate, still according to the medical data, it is possible to find in a genealogical tree these lost branches, which will allow us to find the true prediction probability percentage.
All right, thank you very much. That was NeoGen AI, everyone. Okay, ECP, now it's your turn. And Cervixel, please be ready. You guys are next.
Hello everyone, my name is Ali Reza, and I present you early cancer prediction system. Each year, about 30.7 million European diagnosed with the cancer, and only 4-week prediction or detection of the cancer can save 296,000 people. So imagine if we predict cancer only 6 months before happening, how many people can be saved? The market size in Europe, it's big. Actually, 42 million people are living in Poland and Baltics country. And the size of the prediction market is about 72 million euro till 2030, and with the growing 12 rating of the growth. So about our solution, we made early cancer prediction system with learning machine with 2 million different sample of the X-ray biopsy, CT scan, blood test, and etc. So the machine can check with the lifestyle and the different tests can predict cancer with 82% accuracy. So here you can find our competitors, but we are in the top due to we integrate all the technology like integrating multi-cancer prediction with the AI and with the prediction, with the integrating of different data. So we are here. We already developed our MVP, and MVP trained with the different information. And right now, in this situation, we need support of the academic organization and scientists to improve the model of processing, optimize the model, and accuracy. Our target market, healthcare providers, government and public health sector.
All right, thank you very much. That's all the time we have. That was ECP, everyone.
How exactly do you build your data sets?
Sorry?
How do you build your data sets?
Actually, we work in our country with the real data. We extract the data from the hospitals and sandbox in Middle East. But it's not from here, because I know here access to the data, it's impossible.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, the patient is coming to the hospital, doing all the diagnostics, all the possible diagnostics, and then you combine this data and based on this, try to build some prediction.
Yeah, actually, the business model is software as a service, and we provide for the health sectors. They can enter the data of the health checks, lifestyles, behavior, gender, and environment, and also the common cancer in the country. And then machine based on the trained information can predict the cancer, and then we can do some prevention to avoid any cancer happen.
I mean, based on my knowledge, there is already existing in Europe platforms, let's say. So, and then you of course shown to us, the same. There is a competition here, yeah. And then also basically the European Union legislation stuff. And you said also there is how you're going to tackle these issues with trying to introduce that with the competition in Europe with existing platforms.
Yeah, actually, the most important things, it's we predict the multi-cancers. It's not the single. Most of the competitors predict 1, 2, or 3 different cancers. But our system predicted maybe 6 months later, based on your genome, based on your lifestyle, based on your diagnosis history, you will reach this kind of cancer, and then the doctor can prevent. But the other competitor focus on 1 or 2 model different cancer.
Can you elaborate more on monetization?
Sorry?
Can you elaborate more on monetization?
On monetization?
Monetization. How are you going to get money?
It's a software as a service, and per user we can charge the customer. But normally we have to sell the service fully to the, for example, health sector, because we cannot keep the information because it's a GDPR and we cannot save this information. So we can sell as a software or software as a service per user.
All right, thank you very much. That was ECP. So, Servixel, you're next. Good luck.
Who's next?
Next is break. Don't worry about it.
Coffee break.
Ready when you are, guys. Start.
Thank you. Well, unfortunately, it's not as easy to detect HPV. And HPV causes cervical cancer, which causes deaths in around 400,000 women per year in the European Union, globally. Now, we know that testing is currently possible both for cervical cancer as well as HPV, but something is clearly not working. Let's take, for example, Janina. She is 35 years old. She is a mother of two, working a full-time job and lives in a rural area. She takes care of everyone else but herself. She does not have time to get tested. After talking with the patients, we have identified main causes preventing women from screening in time, from getting help in time. This is the accessibility in the regions, as well as high waiting time and privacy issues. And now we thought how to bring women from the periphery, from the regions, not how to bring women from the periphery to the doctor's office, but how to bring doctor's office to them, how to decrease the waiting time, and lastly, how to finally remove stigma from taking the test. And we have found a solution. By using CRISPR technology, we can detect all high-risk HPV types. And in our initial studies, we have reached 100% sensitivity. Now, by using CRISPR, we get a lot of things. We get high accuracy, the test is cheap, and it's very convenient as you get fast results in under 30 minutes. Our target audience would be women from 30 to 60 years old. This is the current market, but we want to enter the new market with men and couples. Now, after doing market analysis, we have found that around 88 million women, just like Janina, are waiting to get tested for HPV. So our potential market comes to 3 billion euros in the European Union. That is not including the new market. Now, comparing with the competitors, we are better in privacy, in affordability, we get faster results and accuracy. About the market size, so by using CervixCell, we go from 13 billion euros, which is currently used, to 3 billion euros. So every year, the European Union would save around 10 billion euros to reinvest into other fields of medicine. And this is the team that will deliver the product to you. As you may understand, CervixCell is an early stage startup, and we still need your support in research and clinical trials, as well as getting medical device registration.
Thank you very much. That was CervixCell.
So when you say an early stage, where are you now?
We are in an earlier stage. You know that we have some documents in lab results, and we tested on 200 patients, but in lab stage and initial studies. And the
preclinical
about
trials.
Not clinical trials.
Preclinical.
Exactly. Yes.
From my side, I mean, just simply, if that's going to be in the future, right? So it's we can really access more. For me, the question is still, the question on sensitivity 100%, which is, and then also it's quite really high.
Exactly. And it's the cutting edge of technology. The CRISPR technology uses genome detection, and it's the clue. And we can reach to 100% sensitivity, but 98% specificity, the accuracy will be about 98 points, for example.
Because even the existing test doesn't show that. That's what my question a bit,
exactly.
my concern that is it really sort of something like you are showing up it, or it's really gone?
We have a lot of studies. We have a lot of articles in CRISPR technology, and we have some documents, and you can reach it out easily. The CRISPR advantage is this, highly accurate. And we have a market for Zika virus, and you can search it for Shello company in Germany. And it's very accurate. And the clue is this. But other rapid test, as you know, uses antibody, and it's protein-based. It means that the accuracy is about 70 to 80%. And it's very different with genome testing by CRISPR technology. And you know, you have a professor by the name of Shishnis. I don't know if you know him or not. You can validate this data with Professor Shishnis. Thank you.
Do you have any legal protection for your intellectual property, like patents or something?
No. Not yet, but we can get some patents, yeah. No problem.
What is your IP? I mean, you're using CRISPR technology, but what is the uniqueness and your, I don't know, algorithm, your...
Exactly. You know, for patent, we have two ways, the product or the process. Our patent will be the process. And the way we purify the genome and destroying the cell walls and getting purified genome. It's very complicated and laboratory. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank
you. Very well done, Servixel. Thank you, everyone, all the startups. Thank you, wonderful judges. So we will have a 15 minutes break and 15 minutes only. Let's be back in sharply 15 minutes so we can begin the next batch. Yeah. Yes. 5 past. Yeah. 5 past 3. 3:05. Thank you.
them outside. I shout in 2 minutes.
I don't know. I don't know. No idea. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, all the participants. Thank you so much, the amazing judges. So we're going to now start with Sport Now. They will be online. And after them, there's going to be Triangle. So please be ready. And the floor is yours, Sport Now.
Okay, thank you everyone. Hello, we Sport Now will address the challenge of lifestyle solution, more specifically on the relation between sport and colorectal cancer. Numerous studies show that sport improves the quality of life of patients by reducing inflammation, empowering patients, and improving tolerance to treatment. People who exercise regularly have 30 to 40% lower risk of developing cancer, and patients that practice sports after diagnosis have 38% lower risk of death. Despite the benefits of sport, people are dropping out. 6 out of 10 Spaniards drop sports between 19 and 23 years old. We asked 40 university students and got these 3 problems as the main reason: lack of time, lack of flexibility, and lost traction.
Hello, my name is Pablo, and I'm a 21-year-old student. Last 3 years, I didn't do much sport, and it has been difficult because, for example, in my university, we have a paddle court, basketball court, and my friends and I will always say, oh yeah, let's play next week, but never happens. Why? 2 reasons. First of all, no one wants to bring a basketball 1 hour in public transport. And second, it's very difficult to plan ahead because we can say, oh yeah, in 2 weeks, but never happen. And when we got a class canceled, we can't play because we don't have the equipment in university. That's why we created Sport Now, right now and right here. Basically, smart lockers to rent sport equipment. You scan the QR and you enjoy. We want to start with ping pong, because it's very fun activity. You can play in normal clothes, sport clothes. You can be an expert. You can be the first time you play. You're going to have fun. You can play 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's totally flexible. But we would like to scale it to different sports like soccer, basketball, tennis, paddle, etc. Basically, the app would be the map with our different lockers in different sport facilities. In red would mean it's being used. In green is available. So you press the lock button, you scan the QR, and you unlock. For the student, it's going to be free because we want to focus in universities. We are a B2B2C model in which we will charge universities. Why universities will pay for this? Because we provide 2 values for them. First of all, we promote campus life, and second of all, we promote mental health and physical health of their students. So for the economic feasibility, if we have 100 lockers, our estimations of 125 euros per month for universities, in 3 years, we will be able to make 3,000 euros in profit. Okay, so how are we going to get to this point? First of all, we're going to make a pilot in our university in Madrid, San Pablo, and then we're going to expand to other universities in Madrid.
Thank you very much, Sport Now. That's all the time. That was Sport Now, everyone. Thank you.
Could you tell us more about your competition?
So right now, for example, in my university, you have different options. For example, the competition will be bringing your own sport equipment. That this, for example, is very good in cases you have your own car. Friends that has their own cars, it's easy for them because they can put it in the truck and they use it easily. But most of us, we don't have cars. Most of the students don't have cars that we can put the sport equipment in. And also there are other sports that don't require sport equipment. For example, running, but most of students find running less interesting than, for example, soccer. And buying also your own equipment would be more expensive than if you want to try one sport. So, for example, a paddle racket can cost 100 euros. So if you want to try sport for the first time, maybe this is a better solution for you.
Guys, the question is, I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, what is that what's more about behavior of the people, right? How your program is going to be addressing this issue, the changes of behavior, because there are a lot of other programs, but they're not answering the question. You said that people are stopping, making sports, right? So they're stopping sporting, but then the program, how is the rest of the my behavior change?
So basically, for example, today in the hackathon these days, I guess none of us did a sport. So, for example, let's imagine there was a ping pong table with some rackets on it. I will have enjoyed a little bit of this time playing it. So imagine this in universities, in public spaces. This can be a small change that accumulates into a huge change in society, helping people do a sport and have a better health.
Where are you now in terms of the project? Have you talked to universities yet? So what's your traction?
Okay. So I have talked with the sport director of my university, and we are planning to. He is up, like he's okay with putting it in the university to try it, to do a validation concept, and yeah, basically that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Sport Now.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. So let's have Triangle on the stage. The stage is yours, and Tioma. I hope I'm saying it correctly. You guys are next.
So we took on the problem of people not participating in the national screening programs and the challenge of making prevention actionable. Specifically for colorectal cancer, which is the second deadliest, there is a national diagnostics program, but somehow only a third of the risk group is using it and 2/3 are not. So our goal was to encourage them and to raise awareness generally. Another thing with this cancer is that it's related to this couch potato lifestyle because people in the Western world are sitting too much. So that's why we say to them, lift your bum or pakelk sėdynę. Now, when inviting to these diagnostics programs, communicators are usually targeting the risk group itself, but the problem with that is that it's passive, it's negligent, it doesn't work. 2/3 are not coming. So why we are unique, why our approach is unique, is that we're changing the target audience completely. And we're targeting the young adults who are the children of the risk group who care about their parents and they can help them, push them. Now, colorectal cancer is a difficult and uncomfortable topic to talk about. So to reach this audience, we gamify it a little bit. We make it more fun. That's why we're introducing a new annual event, similar to how you know Pink Run or Color Run. And we're inviting young adults to a national bounce ball race where they have to lift their bums to raise awareness for the action. It would involve doctor consultations on the risk groups, social and commercial partners with a healthy food trucks and stuff like that. So the event would be huge and it would attract massive media attention because there would be a lot of TV reportages that would also reach the risk group because we're not avoiding the risk group itself, this older generation. We're going to educate them with the media coverage, which would reach, in turn, the risk group even in the hard-to-reach regions. Now, during the event, for the participants, we would be distributing free rapid home tests that they can give to their parents when they come back home, and with a little emotional message. It's like a little gift that the children give to their parents saying, please test this for the sake of your children, please. Now, from experience working with Johnson & Johnson that actually distributed such tests in reality for the risk group, statistically 15% of them come back positive, meaning that there's a huge potential for new undiagnosed patients that we can find and then treat and save money instead of treating them in the 4th stage cancer. So, to conclude, with the help of influencer marketing and the media, we would attract masses to this event. We suggest 750 new diagnosis potential of new patients that can be treated in the 1st stage rather than the last. Massive media coverage. This event is scalable and diversifiable long-term because we can also cover other groups, and it's a win-win-win for everybody. So we just need to organize it. So from our team to you, please support, participate, and get your parents tested.
Thank you very much, Triangle, for the visual demonstration and this beautifully generated AI picture.
It is generated.
Judges, please.
I mean, hearing the back, you do have a lot of supporters. and the idea is really nice. And my question would be, scalability, of course, what is it you are thinking behind? Because if it's does one and then you have to think about what could be your plans for scalability. It's one. Yeah. Second question, who will be your first stakeholders that you want to start working and addressing?
Okay, so scalability is definitely on a plan. We could first start with the bigger cities or only Vilnius, and then we could scale it to other cities nationwide so that we can do this in regions as well. And we could cover other types of cancer as well, not necessarily colorectal. So it could be just like a race for any type of cancer, testicle even, which is also has been done in the UK similarly. And we would... Actually, we had some sponsors in mind. We think that many pharmaceutical companies and commercial partners would be interested to be involved in this kind of campaign. So we have a list that we saw, that we researched, that are working with the colorectal cancer awareness campaigns. Also, Johnson & Johnson, I have been working with myself or Servier. So we have a long list that we could partner with and get their money to organize this, because that's what these companies do. They sponsor such events. It's a easy business model.
MSD is missing.
But you're not working with colorectal cancer.
Have you tried to make any calculations on, for example, how much would this campaign cost for Vilnius, for example, or so any calculations on how much?
We have done some calculations, but we haven't settled on one because it all depends on the goal and scalability. So, for example, we also talked to some members that such a similar event, like a pink run or something like that, it could cost around 50,000 euros or something like that. But it all depends on how many cities we're doing, how many partners we involve, if we're working with the municipalities, and how many sponsors we get. So we did some calculations, but we didn't want to include it to just not to be wrong. But generally, like a few tens of thousands of euros.
Yeah, perfectly understood, because the sky is the limit, of course.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Definitely favors People's Choice Award. Okay, thank you very much. And Tioma, the stage is yours. Again, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. And Finding Hemo, you guys are next. Finding Hemo. This one is Antioma. Antioma.
Yeah.
Meet Jonas and Laura. They are neighbors. They will both develop cancer in 2035. And then that year, sitting in the kitchen, they will drink coffee or tea, and they will discuss why. What could have we done to change it? And they will be among 16,000 other diagnosed that year, and among over 6,000 newly diagnosed that could have changed something, because their cancer was related to their healthcare behavior or any other risk, and this could be prevented. This would reflect in 30 million euros in 10 years. What we can do to save those 30 million euros in health and public costs? We suggest the model, Antioma, a model that would be incorporated into e-health system and would work two ways. That would inform the Jonas, the example that we have, And let's keep on Jonas and prostate cancer diagnosis. So maybe this example would show that Jonas will get the notice from the eHealth platform that he has a risk and he should do something and visit a doctor. On the same time, doctor or the GP's team would get the notice that this patient should be consulted. And then intervention would take into the part. Behind that, all the risk factors in the program will be assessed, showing the overall risk of maybe 37% getting the prostate cancer, while identifying the most risk behaviors, in this case obesity and not being vaccinated, and having intervention would decrease into 11. So what we offer 30 million euros in 10 years saving in the public money with a very little investment on 1.3 million euros to antioma, but that we would use for R&D, IT, competence team, tool development and boosting the system with a team that has research, medical and business competence. And it's Movember. Don't grow mustache. Just do something about it.
Thank you very much. That was antioma. Very impressive.
Maybe one question, colleagues, what you need from the budget perspective or any needs to implement this? What is the thing? Because looking and hearing you, it's basically just tweaks to be done in e-health system and that works.
Yes and no. So what we need time to get knowledge, to assess the risks of the Lithuanian population, because this is e-health. So all the pharmacological data should be adjusted to the e-health data that we have. And then building a tool also takes time. And the idea is that with this competence, we would build a ready-build model that could be incorporated into e-health. We have sort of several steps. So one, and we also talked to the data agency, that one step could be piloting it in the data set, then going to the small hospital or facility, and then having piloted and tested ready-made model.
Two questions. First of all, how are you going to spend this 1.3 million and where they're going to get you? And secondly, who is going to pay for this product?
So I will give the mic to Rokas.
Yeah. So 1.3 million would go to actually developing, purchasing the IT tool, financing the R&D, purchasing working power as IT competence, and also communicating the tool to both patients and HCPs. And while we would invest that much, we would propose it as a product to the healthcare system as a way to basically save 30 million euros by spending, let's say, 3 million euros for just this tool. And that would be our added value, selling this product for a high price, but what we would still save way much more, and we could sell it to other systems if we were talking about scaling up or looking for other markets.
Do you see any competition on the market?
Okay, so what we have right now in Lithuania, we have 4 screening programs for prostate, cervix, breast, and colonial cancer. What our tool is suggesting, not only the screening, but actual prophylaxis. So we want to do the individual, optimized, and tailored. It will be our tool that is individual, optimized, and tailored. And it will not only screen, but actually work.
But what about public procurement? Because we all know that public hospitals and government will buy only through public procurement processes. So do you have enough skills and competences to win those?
The plan
Maybe with
is
a yes or no question answer.
Yes, we will do that. We are planning to do HTA assessment for fill in the e-health system.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was antioma, everyone. Okay, so next is finding hemo. please join us on the stage. And Biox Fundry, please get ready as you guys are next. Ready when you are.
Hello everyone. We are fighting HEMO and we will make a cancer checkup available for everyone. A few years ago I lost my grandfather. Unfortunately, he died because of colorectal cancer. He was not the only one looking at the statistics. In the whole Europe, yearly 150,000 people die because of this cancer. And 1 in 2 people do not get screened, and my grandfather did not too. So mostly why people do not get checked out of this cancer is because nowadays testing is very uncomfortable, it's inconvenient, it's fear-inducing, it's overlooked, it's burdensome. So we came up with a more convenient alternative for everyone. And it's called Finding HEMO. So what is it? It's basically is like a toilet freshener, which dyes water to the blue color if it detects blood. Criteria. So our Finding HEMO is actually cheaper than our competition nowadays. It could be used for multiple use. One freshener for 1 month, and it's actually very convenient. It's adaptable. It doesn't have a huge time consumption, and you do not have to change your daily habits because of that. So our business approach is B2B. We would partner up with pharmacies, and we would make cancer pre-screening available to every person. This is our team, so we are for studying medicine. We will be medical doctors soon. Because we're in the last courses, we have 1 bioengineer and 1 IT guy. And for the end, what I would like to say is that our product will make your family stay together. And I cannot bring my grandfather back, but I actually can help you to check for your relatives if they are safe from that cancer. So invest in the revolution, invest in the future, where the health screening becomes a daily routine.
Thank you very much. Judges?
At what stage of R&D you are at the moment?
We actually just developed an idea. It would take 2 years to create it, fully create it with all the trials. Because it's pre-screening test, we don't need to have a medical or clinical trials. You just need the simple ones.
Do you see any challenges on the way?
Challenges is that we need, primary capital to.
How much do you need at least for, first working tested
We estimate that it would be about to 10 to 15,000 euros to make it and to check the most optimal regions. Those that would be the most efficient to make and to sell, to make the most money of it.
Have you checked, the available anyway such technology, and also we discussed yesterday about the potential availability of patents and things that are happening here, because it's very important for let's imagine if there is an investor, right? They want to invest something which is really, protected. So from the chemical perspective, I understand investing 10,000 euros is not a big deal, but then if it's somewhere existing, maybe you can go and take it from there. I'm talking about from the behalf of any investors.
Yeah, I think this answer can be answered by my colleague. Okay, so.
But
as we checked, I guess there are no such prototypes of such thing on the market, so we will be the first ones. So further research should be done to assess if really there aren't such thing on the market, but we believe we are the first ones. So.
And we checked all the available options. There is no one like us. No one created it before, so it would be the first one. Yeah.
So just actually, you can get some free of charge legal consultations, so you can start already building, knowledge around that. Yeah. If you are be interested, so just let me know. I can show you some ways, how you can get these free of charge consultations.
Yeah. Okay. We would be interested in that actually. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, that was Bikes Foundry. All right, so let's continue on with OncoZero. Oh, sorry, Bikes Foundry and OncoZero. You guys are next.
Right. Hello, everyone. So today I'd like to present to you what we've been doing at BioX Foundry. In order to do that, I want you to meet Tadas. He's a lovable 3-year-old kid who loves playing with Legos. One day his mom noticed that he had a stomachache, and after a few visits to the doctors, they had devastating news. Actually, Tadas was diagnosed with a rare form of kidney cancer. And imagine having to tell that to his parents or telling that to Tadas that he won't be playing with Legos in a year's time. Actually, these types of cancers aren't the only thing that can affect Tadas. For example, there are other cancers that have the same smart CB1 protein deficient gene, and they are very aggressive, and patients survive less than a year when they have the diagnosis. Unfortunately, this affects kids like Tadas in the vast majority of cases. We didn't like that, so what we found and what we propose is a completely new model on how to create treatments for rare diseases like the one that Tadas has. What we did, we took a well-documented approach that's called reverse vaccinology and is used in vaccine development, combined it with the state-of-the-art tech stack, and the result was that we actually can provide better outcomes and prices for gene therapy. And obviously that still needs to be tested for efficacy, but the hope is there. So basically this is where we are now. During the hackathon, we actually managed to create the whole treatment candidate, and we can literally order this now from the manufacturer. We even received the quote that the first test batch would be free, so week's delivery. And this is how we got there. So as you can see here, we found true metabolomic pathways, which are open source libraries, the protein that's responsible for the cancer division. Then we did molecular screening and found the whole protein structure. We converted that to the strings, which we used to incorporate into the plasmids. And then what we do, we assemble the plasmid that's ready for the production, which is the stage we're at currently. And then we have the validation step, which hopefully proves successful, and we can give kids like Tadas some hope. I'm sure you're thinking, how is this possible, or why is it cheaper, and what's the benefit? So actually, as you can see, versus the classical approach, the approach we provide is basically making a dent in each possible scenario where you can do gene therapy. And this is the team that's going to make it happen. And we invite all of you to help us to give kids like Tadas a chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was BioX Foundry. Judges, please.
I mean, the question, of course, it's not a question, maybe more comment. There is already existing, things happening in pharmaceutical industry, right? So
of course,
that such model or such molecules, whatever, I think that there will be only proposal like you have to go more into the presenting to the pharmaceutical, reaching out. Of course, there are some people sitting here in the pharmaceutical industry, right? So me too.
So that only thing that you have to really go and talk to. If there is because I cannot comment, we don't know all the preclinical, clinical, every company's pipeline, right? So, but it's already going to that direction. It's a vaccination, it's a treatment, the molecule is existing. I know that some platforms we have as a company, also like other companies are developing. Yeah, so you should present there.
Okay.
So essentially, as far as I understand, we're talking about the computational drug discovery, and in your case, your parts that you're building is a platform for it.
Yeah, so basically what we're trying to achieve is to create a model that could be open source even, where you could create, as you said, by using open source metabolomic pathway libraries, like literally a gene therapy model. So my colleague just showed here, for example, the tech stack that we're using. And when I said state of the art, I really meant it because things like AlphaFold and let's say Vector B, they didn't really even exist a year ago. Well, AlphaFold not in such a great condition as it is now.
Mm-hmm. And how you're going to earn the money from it if you make it open source?
Well, the thing is that we need to consult legal because we're not sure, but in some cases open source can be patentable as well if the technology is deemed novel and meets other criteria. But we still have to consult legal. There are two other ways that we could do it. First is create the candidates as we did today and actually sell the candidates to research and development companies who would like to procure them. And another one is actually to, let's say, take it via an open source way to the market. And when you imagine like these sort of things, right, you think, okay, so it's going to be patented, novel, and really expensive. But why does no one think that like you can just do a generic gene therapy, right? And you can make money from that as well. So these are like the different options that we are thinking about.
How much time do you need for, let's say, first possible feasible contract with pharma or something?
So that really depends on the test results because due to the nature of, let's say, efficacy testing, we can do one compound candidate per week. And that really then depends how the testing results happen. Let's see, because now when we get the compound...
Sorry, I have to stop you. So sorry about that. Maybe we can continue later. Okay,
thank you everyone.
So much. All right, Onco, that was BioX Foundry, and Onco 0, please. Okay, I see you're here already. And one click, you guys should get ready and you'll be up next. Ready when you are.
Okay, we are Team Onco 0 to Cancel Cancer. So this is Dr. Covenantry. She is an anesthesiologist and she was scammed. Why was she scammed? Because she was diagnosed with late stage of lung cancer. Even though she never smoked, she's lived a very healthy lifestyle. How did she get this? Maybe if we detected her cancer at an early stage, it would have been better. She wouldn't have been this traumatized. So how do we solve this problem? Let's dig more deeper into the problem. At the moment in Lithuania, the prevalence of lung cancer is 4th in the whole of Lithuania. About, as you can see in the chart, 32.4% of people die due to lung cancer per year. And at the moment, we do not have a lung screening test for Lithuania, and it is going to start only on January 1st. And this is also only based on high-risk group people, which is from the age of 50 to 70. So what about the people who are at low risk, like the doctor that we saw? Or what about the people who are at a less age? How do we solve this problem? The best way to solve this problem, we have come up with a small device called RhiNano. This is a nanotechnology device, portable, non-invasive device that can help us to detect early stages of lung cancer. How does this work? We use microparticles, VOC particles, used as biomarkers from the exhaled breath, which is being detected by the nanoparticles, interpreted by machine learning model AI, and hence treating whether the person has lung cancer or not. So we can detect early stages from stage 1 and 2 and give an accurate diagnosis based on that. At the current market, of average cost of lung cancer screening in Europe in the year of 2021 is 150 to 300 euros per person. Based on RheinNano, which is a one-time investment of 1,500, very portable and easily reusable piece, we can reduce the testing price to as small as €1 per person. Our current market size in total available market of 29.5 billion, RheinNano would be a source of available market of only 20.0 million. You can see that CAGR of 11% growing from 2022 to 2033. This would be the perfect time to introduce our device into the system. Our business model will be B2B, so we'll be going business to business, and our target customers would be primary healthcare providers and health insurance companies. And our marketing strategy, as we have already established the primary healthcare providers, we will be educating them using Google Ads and pilot launching it first to reduce the risk factors and then introducing it into the market.
All right, thank you very much. That's all the time we have. That was ONCO 0. Judges, please.
So what stage are you at when it comes to the development of the solution itself, the hardware?
The technology has already been developed, as you can see by our competitors before. We are using the technology and we are going to add more to the device, such as filtering the product to increase the accuracy of the device and making it more accessible and portable. Sorry, I cannot use this. This is going to be our prototype of the device. As the technology is already developed, it would take around 6 months probably to just develop the device in itself.
My question regarding specificity of they say the particles, and then it could be, is it because lung cancer you cannot just simply do with the particles?
Yeah, we checked along with the technology. As we are using gold nanoparticles, the sensitivity is up to 96%. Specificity at the moment is 86%, which could be increased by integration of our AI, because we are using a deep learning machine model to differentiate between normal respiratory rates and for the ones who have the cancer, hence adapting towards the model. So it can increase the specificity.
So if you can elaborate me, how long will take all this? Because it may take ages, right? So
we are looking, because like I said, the technology is nearly already developed. We only don't have FDA approval yet. This, in my opinion, would take probably 6 months to 1 year only to develop.
And to get the FDA approval, 6 months? 6 months.
Hopefully.
I mean, I like your optimism, but
is it possible to use this device like few times, or is it?
Yes, it is a reusable device. It can be used for the longer time. It's only one-time investment on the device in itself. Only we will be using the mouthpiece, where we are exhaling into the device. And we are going to integrate a filter system within the device to take out so it's a reusable device.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was ONCO 0. Okay, amazing. And can we have one click? Stage is yours, guys. Deep breath.
They are still
They are.
Yes. Good question.
You can start.
So I turned 25 and I received a message that I'm invited to a cervical cancer screening program. I was very excited, but then it was difficult for me to book. And as a medical student, I was like, why is it so difficult to book? Why I find it so hard? My friends as well, medical students and other people, found it difficult. So we are saying that scheduling is the main problem, and it leads to low screening participation in Lithuania, which is below European average. What if I told you, or what if we could
be like Finland and increase the numbers in participation rates by 20 or 30%. Our solution is integration of pre-booking systems. We would offer an IT solution. We would collaborate with eSveikata, and instead of getting a simple message, you get a message that you have an appointment on Wednesday, 9 a.m., this address, and you can either come to the appointment, cancel it, or with a simple click, reschedule it. We would need planning and stakeholder collaboration, software development, testing, and integration with eHealth. So here you see Denmark, and they incorporated it. So it's not a new idea, but it's a new idea to Lithuania that would solve quite a big problem. For example, in UK, breast cancer pre-bookings saves around £100 million per year. And with our estimates, which are not super accurate, Lithuania could save from €1 million a year. And planning. Okay. So our idea is that one click saves €1 million a year and 400 lives. And yeah, as I mentioned, we would need to collaborate with SAM, with State Health Insurance Fund, Cancer Institute, and also we would need developers, we would need IT solution, because we are medical people here. But in the end, it would take 1 to 2 years to implement it. It's not such a big change. I mean, not such a big challenge, but it leaves with, it makes a big difference in the future.
Thank you very much.
So my first question, why didn't the government do it up until now? Or like other IT companies who work with the government and eSveikata?
Well, I guess we are trying to be like Denmark and other Scandinavian countries, and we are following them up slowly, step by step. So we haven't done it yet, and we should do it. Same as the centralized healthcare, which we don't have it yet, but why? And yeah, we should. So,
did you talk to people who might be these people who are getting the notification that you have an appointment? So do you know their position? Would they use, would they go?
Yeah, we asked our friends, because we came up with an idea yesterday, which is not a new idea, but yeah. So at least around 10 to 15 people would use it.
From how many?
In our age group, as like cervical.
So how many did you ask, and how many said that yes, they would do?
2/3, more or less. But it's very, we would need to do a proper survey, ask people, ask patients. Yeah, like it's very much as an idea.
Yeah, just building on that, I think there are a lot of differences. Why? Because you ask yours proximity. It means that particularly your bubble, your people, that your mentality, right? There are some reasons behind why people from the regions, particularly it comes from regions, why they're not going. So from concept testing perspective, the proposal will be you go a bit broader to test it, and then they consider.
Yeah, our pre-booking engine, it would be based on a patient's location. That's our idea. And like the clinic availability, so it would be a bit more connected, and then with these like rural areas or, yeah.
It was about more behavior. Behavior, why they don't do this. Because comparing Nordic countries with the Baltic, it's a bit different from mentality perspective. I'm talking about trust and then also the health system. We see that also vaccination, right? If you take vaccination rate, 90%, 95% in Scandinavian countries, but you take the Baltics, all 3 markets are absolutely lower than others. So there is something behind it from the behavior perspective. That's why concept testing about why they don't do this is important before you go to implement something in the lab testing.
Yeah. Thank you for the feedback.
All right, thank you very much. So that was the Last of Us, part 1. All right, so thank you very much again, all the startups. Thank you very much, judges. Now we will take a 15-minute break for the judges to decide about the final results. We'll be back and we will have 3 more pitches, which are, well, in the non-competition area. And then we will be going ahead with the prices and, of course, what comes after that is the most important, networking. Okay, thank you very much. 15 minutes, guys. If people on the outside can hear me, please join us on the inside. Follow the light, guys. Okay, guys, so we are about to begin. Please settle down. Thank you very much. Okay. So in case you didn't hear me, let's settle down. All right, thank you very much. So I hope everyone has still kept their excitement and ready to hear the news. And the winner is all of us, of course, right? Amazing. Okay, great. Thank you once again. I can't thank you all enough to be here with us this year. But the show is not over. We're going to continue with a wonderful, wonderful team. I've had the pleasure to actually talk with them before as well. So let's please welcome Chancellor from Lithuanian University of Health Sciences Gymnasium. Ready when you are, guys. Go ahead.
Do any of you know a person who has or had cancer? My grandmother's sister had cancer. She had a lot of difficulties getting out of bed, and she didn't eat anything. Half a year after she got diagnosed with cancer, she died. Imagine if I could have stopped this. So this is what our idea is about.
So we created an app called Canceler, which helps people who have high risk of getting cancer. In our app, we offer personalized diets and exercise plans, which builds up to daily habits and self-checkups. For example, did you eat your breakfast today? Did you brush your teeth today? Did you drink enough water today? And did you walk 10,000 steps today? Also in our app, you can personalize your profile about your height, weight, age, and gender, and also your family history, because someone in your family may have had cancer, which can add up to the risk of you getting cancer too. Also, our app would be based by recommendations of doctors and other specialists.
Our app would also send timely reminders for necessary cancer checks, like, for example, mammograms. Also, every month you could order a subscription box, which would include natural ingredients known for their anti-cancer purpose. Also, there would be healthier snacks, informational booklets, and items to encourage a healthy lifestyle, like water bottles or stress relief tools.
So now I will talk about the price of our product and business development. So monthly subscription of our app is going to cost 14.99 euros. Yearly subscription is going to cost 120 euros. And you can also cancel subscription anytime. And for the first month, you get this app for free. Now, about business development, we are going to start in Lithuania, and then after a year, we are going to develop our business in other European countries. And then after 3 to 5 years, we are going to develop our business worldwide. We understand that we are going to have some issues because of the food culture and different ways of exercising.
Also, if our idea comes to life, we consider partnering with cancer research organizations and wellness influencers to build trust and credibility.
So there's 4 members in our team. I am the team's designer. My name is Orte. Then Emma is the team's, she is responsible for our company's business development and finance. Then Katrina is responsible for marketing. And Maya is the president of the company.
Amazing. As they say, šaunuolis, so, and very well done, guys. Please stay on the stage. Maybe we will have some questions from the judges. Go easy on them.
This is not a question, right? I just listening you are the already young entrepreneurs. 4 beautiful, ladies, entrepreneurs with them. I just want only one suggestion. Can I be incorporated in my morning alarm when I get it? Yeah. Usually you get your morning alarm. You have to wake up, and the wake-up call is it's not a sound, but say, Armin, don't forget to eat healthy food today, and then do this and this. Just a proposal. But great idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you also.
I see a lot of startup pitches, and honestly, you pitch better than 50% of the mature startups on stage. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
Thank you.
All right. Amazing. Thank you once again, guys. You did brilliant. All right. So that was Chancellor. Thank you very much once again. And we have Gulliver. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Please join us on the stage. And right after that, we will have MDS. So I know you guys were born ready, so you no need to get ready.
All right, we can start. Hello, everybody. So documentation takes up to 70% of time during a doctor's appointment. And that's what we find out during the interviews with the doctors. Doesn't sound right, right? And there's more. So apparently doctors spend only a small fraction of time actually on the patient itself. Also, there is another alarming trend in our healthcare system that since 2020, the medical forms has doubled in the amount of them. What is more, the doctors have a dedicated time for filling out the forms after the appointment, so just only between 1 and 2 hours for filling out the forms. And due to the nature of the situation, patients lack a simple human connection, they feel unheard. But we believe that doctors should care for patients and not paperwork. That's why we created a doctor's assistant for administrative tasks, which is called Vocally. Vocally does a pretty simple thing. It listens to a doctor-patient conversation, it prepares the structured information, and then it automatically completes a medical form. So we already have a functioning prototype, which functions as follows. So first of all, the appointment's audio is recorded. Then this audio is transcribed, so it converts to text. This transcription is fed to AI model, which extracts all the necessary data, and then the documentation is generated. So the only thing left for the doctor is just to review and approve the documentation itself, and he can focus on the patient. So if our tool would be used in our healthcare system, we believe that we can achieve the following things. So first of all, more quality time for patients. It could be saved around 2 hours on documentation daily. Then this time could be used for the additional patients that could be treated. Then it will lead us to faster queues, faster access to a doctor, and timely care when you actually need it the most. Talking about our business model, so our direct clients are public and private healthcare institutions. We would charge based on subscription model, charge per doctor. We believe that our pricing model could be from as low as 50 euros per doctor per month. And there's already a lot of systems functioning in the healthcare. We would like to work as a plugin, so we're seeking partnerships with electronic healthcare system providers. That's our team, and we invite you to let doctors care for patients, not paperwork. Here you can scan a QR code. If you have any questions for us and would like to test it out, you are welcome to do that. So thank you for your attention.
Thanks very much. Very well within the time as well. Judges, please.
Yeah, so first of all, great idea, because we all hear like doctors struggling with all this documentation. Mm-hmm. And my question is, why nobody is doing it yet?
In Lithuania, nobody is doing that. Of course, in Europe and overall in the whole world, we have a few examples already. So those are the companies that already are working. But in Lithuania, there is one barrier, which is the language. Also, our system is really scattered between a lot of IT systems. So it's hard to integrate with them. So here we come in and we're trying to do that. Yeah.
How are you going to compete outside of Lithuania?
So our focus is the low resource language countries, so it will be the Baltic region, maybe also the Scandinavia, but we don't have the illusion that we will conquer against the US or all the big countries that already have functioning tools.
All right. Further questions? Okay, no further questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Gulliver, everybody. All right, so MDS, the stage is yours.
MSD.
MSD, oh.
Thank you.
In my defense, that's what's written here. Don't shoot the messenger.
And that works like this. Yeah. First of all, oh no, it's not capturing my heartbeat, because I'm excited. I'm excited to represent a company of very dedicated people, my colleagues, and I'm excited to see how many people have decided to join this venture and dedicate their time, because time is the most precious thing that we have, and this is why when I say we, I'm talking about my company, my colleagues. We want to say thank you, honestly. And we also hacked an idea, and we want to pitch it, and maybe we want to plant a seed. And this is 3 questions that I will try to answer what we've did this weekend, because we need to report to our general manager. So, why? Why HPV-related cancer elimination is important? There are several known viruses that cause cancer in various areas. And how does HPV cancer stand out? Well, HPV-related cancers are all preventable. And if we are talking about Lithuanian situation or global-wide situation, cervical cancer is 100% caused by HPV, but there are also other localizations that are killing our people. And as you can see in this table, jokes, of course, the scientists have already calculated that in 2019, HPV and HBV, so hepatitis B virus-related cancers, have stolen from us €1 million. 100 million euros, sorry. And what makes HPV prevention, why HPV prevention is important is because the vaccination rates in Lithuania are suboptimal, and 10 districts we have are extremely heterogeneous. So if we compare the best performing district with the worst, it's twice the difference. And what does that mean in numbers? That means that 15,000 teenagers that should have been vaccinated are not, and this is why we need an efficacious catch-up campaign. The targets are that 90% of girls should be vaccinated by 2030 by the World Health Organization and Europe's Beating Cancer Plan recommendations. And what is a catch-up? So catch-up campaign is when healthcare institution or specifically a doctor is reaching out to a patient that was not a pupil, that was not vaccinating, and trying to convince him to come to the healthcare institution. So we've checked, it's like more than 700 clinics, and it's like thousands of nurses, thousands of doctors that should make calls and organize a schedule to catch up with those 15,000 teenagers. And we came with a solution. Instead of thousands work hours, we want to introduce Nevėžis bus. So this Nevėžis bus is oriented only... Thank you. It's oriented only to do catch-up. And this is the plan. It's simple and easy. So we have already aligned that University Cancer Prevention Coordination Center could apply for EU for Health funding, which is still the deadline is January 22, but maybe it's possible. And then they integrate IS data into creating a transparent and visible HPV dashboard, and could it's barely see. It could prepare educational materials. It would be tracking KPIs for vaccination rates, but also it would be directing Nevėžis bus straight to schools, because the most efficacious vaccination campaigns are happening in schools. So that means that Nevėžis bus team that consists of driver, of course, general practitioner, and a nurse would align with schools representative visuomenės sveikatos specialistas on gathering consents, informing patients on any questions they have, and then Nevėžis bus come to the school to catch up those teens. And what are the benefits? It's first of all, it's convenient for parents because you don't have to take your kid to catch up vaccination, because a bus is coming to the school. It's convenient for healthcare system because we do know how overwhelmed our general practitioners are. And we will hope that it would improve vaccination rates not only for HPV, because the same bus could also catch up on other important vaccines as MMR or diphtheria or whatever. And this would be data-driven decision. We would have working motivated, fit-for-purpose team inside the bus, and it would be cost-effective. That's about all. And lastly, if I may say one additional word. So I would like to thank Inga for making this happen till the end, and for all the volunteers that spent this weekend working. And there is one more additional person that I want to thank, which is unfortunately not here. Victoria, kudos to you. Thanks for your effort. With all your help and professionality, we are proud. We as a company are proud of what you did here, and we do hope that it will cancel cancer in the end. Thank you very much. Round of applause. Oh, are there any questions? Sorry. No. Thank you.
All right. right, so thank you very much. Basically, you said my monologue. I was going to give a TED talk just like you, but, well, you stole the show. Thank you again, everyone. And yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to get right to it. Who's ready to hear the prices? Cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, if you remember in the beginning, we did We Will Rock You, but now we're just going to stomp, right? Yeah, there we go. So, amazing. What we're going to do first is I'm going to ask Sandra for the floor and a very special prize that Baltic Sandbox Ventures has for us today. A round of applause, please.
Okay, so we have some very special prizes today, I would say. We identified the teams who we not only would like to invite in our incubation program, but also we would like to offer them the grants on the condition that there are technology checks. And we would be also willing to offer them further investments, again, subject to technology and everything. Those two teams are Cervixel and BioX Foundry. Apart from this, we identified 4 teams who can benefit a lot from the knowledge of how to build a startup, how to build a business, get in touch with some mentors, some potential investors. So we offered them the participation in the incubation program. And let's see what's happened next. The teams are Antioma, Finding Nemo, NeoGen AI, and Skip Google.
Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. So, well, usually when I'm on stage, I'm not excited or nervous. I'm usually very calm and just, I blank out. But I'm really, really excited for you guys, for those of you who got accepted. It's going to be amazing and brilliant. We actually also were accepted into the incubation program, the last batch. We run alumni, and we've grown a lot since then. These guys are professionals, and I'm very happy for you guys. You guys definitely should grab some beer afterwards and celebrate this. Amazing. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to continue with the prices. All right, cool. So the third prize, 300 euros. Let me say this, I have said it before, but I'm going to say it again, gross. Yes, this is pre-tax. This is important. So don't come later to me and say, hey, you said this, where is the rest of my money? You took commission. I didn't take commission. Okay, thank you very much. So 300 euros and 200 euros from Benu Pharmacy gift voucher. And I would like Ruta Turchinskiene, to come in. And she was actually our previous Hospiton winner.
Thank you. Amazing event. Here is the future of the healthcare system. Here grows the future with these innovations. And I want to say that the third place goes to Fighting Hemo. They felt discovery, joy, and it's seen in their eyes. So I know that it's logical and with big potential. So success.
So, some more excitement, shall we? All right, so the second place, guys. Yeah, there we go. 700 euros in cash and, well, I mean, bank transfer maybe, okay. And 300 euros from Bennu Pharmacy gift voucher. Mr. Armen Manukyan, please.
And before we go to that, as Sine said, we are the all winners. I think the all community and all, I would say not patients, are the winners. And surrounded with all the brilliant minds, and I think I mentioned last time, and also, you know, the passionate people, because not anybody sitting 3 days and then after hours and weekends spent on this. I mean, we see a lot of passionate people, and that's amazing things. Then second place goes to BioX Foundry. My takeaway from this, listening these guys day ago, I would say that the key thing is you have any idea in your mind, you have to clearly communicate. You should clearly communicate. They've done a great job starting from yesterday when they came with the idea, which I have no clue what they're talking about. Absolutely. I was looking at these guys, they're really great, you know, the experts in their area, but the key thing, you know, to always to keep in mind, clearly communicate, and you've done a great job. You've been able to do this. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Bravo. Excellent. Amazing. Okay, guys. You all... Okay, there we go. You look beautiful. Thank you. So, I will announce the first prize as what it is, not who it is. So, an exclusive trip to University of Cambridge for a meeting with leading cancer researchers, sponsored by the MJJ Foundation. We'll hear about it in a bit. Maybe a little more of this. Yeah. 500 euros from Bennu Pharmacy gift voucher and a 2-hour legal consultation with Timeless Law Firm from Belgium to help your winning team navigate the legal landscape. Yeah, really wow, because that is the essentials that you need to build before you even start your venture. And I would like to introduce Katrina Stankute Yaschem.
Stankute is fine.
Thank you.
That's why I keep my 2 surnames. I think that the most important thing next to money and investment to the startup is connections, right? So I personally believe in this, and MJJ Foundation, which attracts scientists to Lithuania and also sends young future scientists to study abroad, as this kind of hub for connections, we are very glad that we can announce the first place, which and this prize, which actually goes to Sex.
Congratulations again. Wonderful, wonderful. What a session. what a way to spend the weekends. And once again, what a way to, well, cancel cancer. Okay, guys, I hope you've had fun. I want to tell you one more thing, that, of course, there's going to be another, well, Hospiton Hackathon next year. So please subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media and join us again next year. The show is not over. We had a particular interest in social media, if you guys remember, social media challenge winners. And I would like to, well, no enthusiasm, nothing, really? Ah, there we go. Okay, so maybe we could have Ernesta Pilnikovaite. All right. Thank you very much. It was, I hope that you guys have seen the picture. It was such an interesting approach towards, well, social media. Quick and easy, in and out. Give me my stuff and I'm leaving, just like Walmart. Okay, good. Thank you again, everybody. It was lovely and such a joy to be among you, beautiful people. There is still time for networking, so I invite you all to talk to each other or pretend to like talking to each other. And thanks again. Have a lovely evening. See you next year.